Well, Professor Johann Tempelhoff is an extraordinary professor in the Faculty of Humanities at Northwest University. Professor, good afternoon to you. I do appreciate the time on the pulse. When we have what's really a criticism that government acted too slowly in reacting to such a big tragedy, and a tragedy that we all saw, and government promised to react quickly, what does it tell us when government is so slow to react when so many people need so much?
Well, Stephen, the problem is we are not sensitive to climate change processes. The economists call this a green swan situation because for many years now, at least since the 2010s, we have been familiar with the fact that the east coast of southern Africa will be very much affected by climate change events. And when this disaster presented itself in April, we find that the authorities were not in attendance. They were not in place. And it's disconcerting that we have a comprehensive disaster management system in South Africa at all levels of government, and it was not working. The Auditor-General also pointed out to the fact that auditors had to work under circumstances of compromised control environments. There were weak links in the governmental coordination process. It undermined service delivery that was supposed to rapidly deal with disaster responses. It goes on. There was a slow implementation of legislation such as the Water Services Act and the Spatial Planning and Land Management Use Act, and also the existing housing delivering backlogs just kept on increasing. And last week we had some ramifications of what happened in April when people of Tongaat came out in a very serious protest about not having access to water. So this is really a situation where KZN has really been through a bad spell. In 2018, the President Zuma returned home. By 2019, we had the onset of COVID-19, and then in 2021, we had this major unrest that literally brought the economy of South Africa's second largest and most active province literally to an end. So it's a great pity that the response of government was so slow acting on what is a disaster management event that could have been accommodated in a much better way.
Professor, there's so many elements to this. For years, people have complained about a lack of urgency from government in dealing frankly with everything. Is this one of those moments where, because of the nature of the disaster, that lack of urgency has really shown up? It seems almost as if, I don't know, people don't want to act or have to be coerced into acting.
What's happening is we have informalized our government to the extent where comprehensive plans of implementing disaster management systems at local municipalities right up top to the central government level. And over the years, as municipalities have started deteriorating in many parts of the country, we find this system which should be in place with your local ambulance services, with your local fire brigade, the police and the defense force. They just started taking things easily. And this type of a situation in dealing with disaster management can lead to very serious circumstances of crisis. And I would say it is not only a matter of a tardiness on the side of a local government, all levels of government actually. It's a lack of proper coordination and a lack of seeing a crisis presenting itself, such as climate change, that needs to be responded to.
Professor Johann Tempelhoff, thank you. Extraordinary Professor in Humanities at Northwest University. Really appreciate the time.